Today I'm going to be talking about the lessons I learned from the NBA Top Shop that I'm going to be using for Veve NFT collectibles. I don't think it's going to be exactly the same. Obviously, NBA Top Shot is more about like sports, and then Veve is more about collectibles. But I do think that there's going to be similar trends. The first lesson is Series 1 and Season 1. So, whenever people tell you that you should value your Season 1 more because in the future it's going to be valued more, so if we go over to NBA Top Shot, so if we go down here and we filter this down to Series 1, and then also do the filter for the lowest price, then we can see that, I'm a big basketball fan, and I don't know who these guys are. Luke Cornett, Ish Smith, Svi, yeah, I've never heard of these guys. I've heard of Ish Smith, but I don't know who these guys are, like Cedi Osman. So basically, what I'm trying to show you here is that there's a pretty high price floor. As soon as season 2 comes out, it's like season 1 becomes that more appealing, that more rare because it's the first release. So that's why you should value your season 1. That's a lesson I learned. The second lesson is there are going to be some price fluctuations and hikes. And what I want to show you here is this LeBron James dunk. As you can see, the current lowest ask is $12,000. But if we look on evaluate.market, it's been pretty volatile. It's been times it went to $8,000, then $5,000, then up to $25,000, and even now low as, $10,000, $12,000. So just expect volatility. I know NBA Top Shot and Veve does such a good job of concealing the NFT aspect of it, but once again, it is a new technology, so you gotta expect the volatility. And it's only gonna get harder. So maybe some of the people that collect NBA Top Shop, they're like, back in the day, everything was $1, and yeah, that's how you're gonna feel in the future too, as well, in terms of Veve. The competition's only going to get harder, and it comes to my next point. Not every drop is going to be profitable. What I mean by that is right now, if you get a rare or ultra rare, you can just immediately flip it on the market. I think we're going to get to a certain point where people are going to be so incentivized to hold it. And right now in the NBA Top Shot world, basically, if you buy a pack, in the past, it was definitely going to be profitable, even if you pulled out commons. Now it's not so much. So I definitely think that Veve is going to head into this direction eventually. It's just really to cater to more of the collectors rather than the flippers. And then another thing I learned is just creating a stable portfolio, right? So the difference between NBA Top Shot and Veve collectibles is the fact that your players can't get injured, right? But this guy, Jamal Murray, he's considered one of the rising stars in the league, if not already a star. But he had a really bad injury and his price has fallen really hard. So what I mean by that is just making sure that you stabilize with certain players. So in NBA Top Shop, the way I stabilize my portfolio is just keeping LeBron James, right? I'm not worried if he gets injured because he's already considered great. He's not pursuing greatness anymore, right? And in the same way in Veve, I also just make sure to stabilize and perhaps I get a Todd Batman, right? Or one of these more expensive, but going to be more stable in the future, in my perspective, rather than just going out and getting some of these more speculative ones. Like, for example, in NBA, those are the rookies, the young guys, the ones that haven't proven themselves, but have potential, right? And so what I'm trying to say is just don't invest everything on potential, right? To a certain degree, bet on certainty as well.